not your typical 9 to 5 job. Many people dream of attaining a steady job with normal work hours and a reasonable commute, perhaps in a large cosmopolitan city. Others desire something else. Here are two people who knew from an early age that they didn't want to a typical 9 to 5 jobs. With determination and tenacity, they managed to find work in areas that they are passionate about. Stephen Withstrand, wildlife photographer and nature conservationist. What did you want to be when you were growing up? As a child, I remember having it on figure out. I was going to be an ice hockey star during winter, a soccer star during summer, and a pop star during spring and autumn. Later on, I wanted to be an archaeologist, an explorer, and a photographer. How did you get started in your field of work? I was in love with the natural world from the start. I wanted to know everything about animals. At 13, I became passionate about birds, and I still am. I also became passionate about other places, other countries, other cultures, and other languages. The horizon and anything beyond is felt like a promise, not a threat. I started taking pictures at 13, but it took until I was 25 before I started my own company as a photographer. Before that, I was trained as an army officer and as a metal worker. But after a while, I realized that none of that really was my thing. So I became a nature tour guide at 22, taking eco-tourists on around the world and being paid for it. I was also a picture editor at a major book publishing company. What inspired you? I feel very strongly about a number of things: human rights, in indigenous people, very special rights, democracy, freedom, and tolerance. But the issue I have chosen to really go deep into and try to make a difference for is nature conservation and the survival of our natural heritage. We must take better care. We must take better care of and respect with ancient heritage of ours, not only for ethical reasons, but also for pure human reasons. We need our natural heritage to lead happy lives, to feel real joy, and to be able to understand ourselves. What has been your favorite experience in the field? There have been so many human experience, cultural experience, natural experience, camping among lions, touching a wild polar bear's nose, sleeping in the rainforest, and walking up to the monkeys. Shannon Switzer, writer and water conservationist. What did you want to be when you were growing up? When I was little, I actually wanted to be an animal. I could literally run around on all fours pretending to be a dog, horse, cheetah, dolphin. I morphed into different animals all the time. By the time I got to middle school and high school, I had moved on to wanting to be a veterinarian or trainer at SeaWorld. How did you get started in your field work? I've always loved the outdoors, the mountains, and ocean alike. And growing up in Santiago allowed me to explore both of these diverse ecosystems. I dabbled in environmental study and biological science, which gave me ample opportunity to get out in the field. What inspired you? The ironic part about my dedication to conserving fresh water in my love for its salty cousin. Don't get me wrong, I love exploring rivers, lakes, and waterfall, and I know that fresh water is our most resource and limited resource on earth. That alone is enough reason to be dedicated to preserving it. However, the two driving force behind my obsession with keeping fresh water clean is my desire to keep the ocean clean. My belief that we should be able to enjoy spending time in our rivers, lakes, and ocean without worrying about it adversely affecting our health is what motivates me daily. What, what has been your favorite experience in the field? I'm a moment that will always be frozen in time. For me, occurred when I was photographing whale sharks. I had been following a shark who suddenly disappeared down to the depths. I brought my head out of the water to determine where the rest of my small team had gone. When I put my head back in the water, I discovered another whale shark directly beneath me. We swam together for nearly 20 minutes. Fortunately, he was headed in the direction of my team. Once we had nearly reached them, he paused. He stared at me with his curious round eye and then turned and headed in the direction from where we had just come. There's always something surreal about spending time with a wild animal that has chosen to approach and hang out on its own terms. In this case, I felt like I'd make the few friends, a new friends.